Now, if you've been on the sidelines and you're thinking about buying a home and you're saying, you know what, I'm just going to wait for mortgage rates to fall to buy a home, I want you to understand a couple things. Number one, if mortgage rates were to fall tomorrow, what would happen in the housing market? You would see more people want to go out and buy a home. So you'd see more competition between buyers. So understand that. And number two, if mortgage rates were to fall tomorrow and you owned a home today, you can always refinance your mortgage and go into a lower interest rate mortgage. Now, is there a fee to refinance? Yes. But if mortgage rates drop far enough, then that could justify you paying those refinancing fees. So the big thing now, if you are in the market for a home, because I know the home market, housing market has been absolutely crazy the last few years, there's a couple things that I want you to understand. Number one, please do not chase a home. Do not chase any asset. Number two, don't treat your home like an asset. Treat the home that you live in like a liability, because what ends up happening to a lot of people is you go out and you want to buy this dream home, this dream investment, which is fine. Nothing wrong with buying a dream home. But a lot of times people think about it like an investment, and now they say, you know what, if I go bigger, it's going to make me wealthier. And this is what justifies people now to stretch themselves too thin. And now you're essentially living paycheck to paycheck just to make the payments on your home. You have this big, grand home to take care of. And then you got to pay for the mortgage. You got to pay for the insurance. You got to pay for the property taxes. You got to pay for the monthly maintenance costs and everything in between. And then you have no money left over to invest your money into other assets like stocks and rental properties, because all of your money is going to pay your monthly payments. Now, when you do that, you never have the opportunity to actually build any real wealth, because all of your money is going to pay down this house. And I want you to also understand that when you are working to pay down your mortgage, your interest is front loaded. That means for the first half of your mortgage, if you get a 30-year fixed rate mortgage, the first 14 years of your mortgage, the majority of your payment is going directly into your banker's pockets with interest. So if you're paying $2,000 a month for your mortgage payment, for the first 14 years, more than half of the $2,000 is going directly into your banker's pockets. In the first year of that mortgage, nearly all of the $2,000 you're paying every month is going directly into your banker's pocket with interest. So if you are sending additional money to your lender to pay down your mortgage faster, make sure the additional money you're sending in is going directly to your principal balance rather than paying your next month's balance. What banks want you to do is they want you to send in additional money to pay down next month's balance, because all you're doing is giving the banks their interest faster. But what you want is to pay down the principal balance faster, because that's going to actually allow you to get out of that mortgage quicker. So just something to keep in mind, that if you're paying down your mortgage early, make sure you send your money in to pay down the principal balance rather than just paying your next month's mortgage. So if you are in the market for a home, remember, this home that you're buying, treat it like a liability. And then number three, remember, you're buying a home not to make money, you're buying a home to make memories. If you're trying to buy a home to make memories, stop trying to chase the market. Stop trying to chase everything. Just find something that's within your budget, something that you can afford. And when it comes to affording the home that you live in, that means you got to afford three things. Number one, you got to afford the down payment. Number two, you got to afford the monthly payment. And number three, you got to afford the move-in costs. These move-in costs are often forgotten about. But to go into this home, that means now you're going to probably have to hire movers to get your stuff from your current house or home to this new place. And that also means now, if you have to make renovations in this new home, what's going to be the cost of that? If you want to upgrade the kitchen and the bathroom, what's the cost of that? If you want to buy new appliances, what's the cost of that? If you're going to buy new mattresses, what's the cost of that? If you're going to buy new furniture, what's the cost to that? Because anytime you want to move into a new home, you want to make it your home. You want to make it feel like home. And that has a price to it as well. So when you're budgeting to buy a home, I don't want you to just budget for the down payment and the monthly payment, though I do want you to budget for those two things. Also budget for the move-in costs, because that's something you have to factor in as well. And do not chase the market. Please, the housing market goes through cycles. We've seen booms in the housing market, we've seen busts in the housing market, and just like every other asset class, housing market moves like this as well. No housing market, no asset class can stay in one place forever. Patience is very powerful, and patience can be very hard when you hear about all this crazy stuff happening in the housing market. However, this is where it's important for you to remember why you're buying a home. You're buying it to make memories. That's the number one reason. And if you're buying it to make memories, you want to make sure that your liability that you're buying is going to be within your budget. Now, can this liability make you money? Sure, but it also might not. And this liability is a money pit until you go and sell your home, which is why, again, it's important for you to be financially smart as you're shopping for a home to make sure whatever you buy is something that you can comfortably afford and that is not going to sacrifice your ability now to actually invest your money into assets that will actually make you more money. If you enjoyed this short clip from my longer videos, here's another clip that I think you'll love. And while you're at it, if you're interested in learning more about how to start generating passive income, our team put together an amazing guide on how to start generating passive income for free. All you gotta do is click that button right over there. Thank you for watching, and as always, keep hustling.